next day of the van build out, and today we're going to work on the roof racks. So I picked up a couple pieces of Unistrut. So I got two here. These are the bigger ones. I believe that these were 12 gauge, and I bought two other pieces that are 14 gauge to kind of go across. So the idea is these will run the length of the van, and we'll use the smaller gauge that I still have in the van for the little arms and spots that need to go across. I kind of went a little wild, and I ended up buying like a full solar system for the roof. So that's coming and should be here later on today. So I tentatively want to get these kind of primed and painted because I did a general kind of test fit, and it looks like I probably will not even have to cut these at all, and they should just go and run the length of the van. I have some adapters coming also that should be coming today that should make these in theory fairly easy to mount to the roof of the van. So while we still got some time today, we're going to prime these and then maybe paint them. I don't know if we'll have enough time to do that tonight, but we'll see. So that's what we're doing right now. So the dry time on this listed at just like half an hour. It says that you can repaint it in like 10 minutes. So we've already done both sides of the Unistrut. So we're gonna wait probably half an hour, maybe a little longer, because it's slightly under temperature. I think it's like 60, maybe just under 60. Maybe we'll wait like 40, 45 minutes, let it kind of dry, and then we're going to hit it, the plan is anyway, to hit it with this. This is Rust-Oleum truck bed liner. So it'll give it a nice kind of rugged, I guess you can say, black paint. So the dry time for this claims to be about an hour, but it says best results, apply 2 coats, allow product to dry 1 to 2 minutes between coats. The surface can be recoated within an hour or 24, allow 72 hours before placing heavy items on truck bed. We're gonna give this about half an hour, then we're gonna hit it with this. So we're moving along the Unistrut that will be going the length of the van. We just hit it with 2 coats of the truck bed liner, so we're gonna let that dry for probably like an hour, maybe like an hour and a half, and then we're gonna flip it over and do the underside of it all. Do 2 coats on that, give that another hour to maybe 2 hours, and then maybe just store it in the garage for the night, and we'll be ready to hopefully get these mounted tomorrow morning. So we've double coated both sides of the Unistrut, and now it's just a waiting game. So we're probably gonna wait like maybe an hour and a half, and then we'll bring the stuff in, I think, to the garage for the night, just to like, do its thing overnight, and we'll see how it looks in the morning. I am far from any sort of professional paint sprayer, so yeah, I imagine it's gonna look fantastic, but we'll see. We'll check it out, I guess, in the morning out in the sunlight where we can see all the nice defects really nice. But hopefully it looks at least pretty good. It's going to be up on the roof, 9 feet in the air, so it is what it is. So until tomorrow morning. All right, so we're back next day with the van roof rack here, and the adapter pieces for the roof that we were waiting for came in late last night. So we're going to get started this morning. We got Pacho here assisting again, and hopefully it will be mostly smooth sailing, but we'll see. There always seems to be some sort of issue you run into with this, but we'll take that as it comes. All right, so demonstration, if you will. So this right here will go onto this little T-bolt right here. This will go onto here, like this, and then we will place the Unistrut on top, across, and we will screw that in with a mix of washers, lock nuts, and some thread locker. So we may need to move it like another, I need to move it on mine.
You tell me.
Moving it down.
Keep going. Eagle has landed on my side.
It's in?
Yeah.
Still in?
Yep.
Perfect. That's it right there.
Oh, good.
Alright, so for this, I went to the hardware store and picked up a couple more washers. So I got one washer in here. Then we're going to take the little washer that came with it, put that on, if I can get my fat fingers in there. We're gonna go with a lock washer. Then we have a little bit of thread locker from Loctite. I'm gonna put that on the tip of the bolt. And then the kit I have also came with these screws that have the little plastic locking piece in there. So I'm gonna try to use those as well. So gonna need two hands to get the Loctite on there. All right, so just getting that one started. We'll go to the next one now. So we got these ones loosely tightened up. We're going to do the edges now, and we'll see how it looks. Just checking to make sure the bolts all went upright, and they seem to have. So those are just loosely tightened. So we have both of the initial bars on top now, my pointer. So those are up there, mounted really good. Used a impact driver to really get them in, and yeah, they look decent. So the next step is to kind of take some measurements and see what I'm going to need to do as far as using like other pieces of strut across and mounting these solar panels. The solar panels are roughly 30 inches by 51.5. So yeah, we're gonna take a look, see what we're gonna do, because I literally don't know yet. So measuring across, it looks like we're gonna need to cut some pieces about 64.5 inches for the essentially cross members that will hold the solar panels up. So I'm gonna cut probably 3 or 4 of them, and we'll see what happens from there. We went up on the roof, did some test fitting, and it looks like 64.5 inches is the exact length that we're gonna need. So I'm going to cut this. This is the smaller unistrut, but it's a little less thick, a little less lippy here. So gonna chop that off. I am gonna need another piece too, just because the length does not work out for multiple cuts on one piece.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna be loud as fuck.
I'm gonna put headphones on. Sorry.
Where the hell's the battery?
It's right on the. There's one right on the drill.
I was gonna say, I thought of it. I was like, damn, that's mad quiet.
Alright. Go ahead.
So right now, I'm just taking a look at a couple different options for the layout. I think I could go lengthwise on them, but it'll be a really close fit. I would also have to drill holes to mount the panels. So I think it might be better to go sideways, like I originally thought. I have thoughts cooking. Let me trial and error some stuff for you. All right, so I was looking at a couple different options, mounting them sideways, but I think mounting them lengthwise is best. Unfortunately, there's no holes drilled on these sides of the solar panels for that. So essentially, there's two little brackets, or two little holes here, and I took this bracket and just kind of lined it up to what I think is the middle, marked it, so I'm going to drill my own hole there to mount these on. And to do so, to make sure that we don't go through and hit the actual panel, I have a little piece of 1x2 left over here, so we're going to make sure that's sitting right in there. We're going to drill the hole, and then hopefully should be good. So we need a 1/4 inch hole, I believe it was, for the bolts. So that's the plan while we wait for the little metal strips to dry. So we just sprayed those with primer, waiting like 20 minutes or so. We'll flip them over to the other side, wait another 20 minutes or so, and then we'll spray paint those black, just like we did with the other ones that are already up there. So. There we go, first hole drilled out. You can see the 1/4 inch bolt fits in there no problem. So gonna move on to doing the next one, and I'll probably put some sort of Rust-Oleum on there. So I have some of that primer still, so we'll probably put that on just to help prevent rusting a little. So we got this panel all squared away. I'm just gonna wait for the primer to dry on those, and then we'll start on the other one. So at this point, we've drilled our holes in the solar panels. You can see we got those squared away. We hit them with a little primer just to hopefully prevent any rusting or anything like that. We're waiting on our first coat of the black paint to dry on the Unistrut. So that'll be at least like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then we'll come back and hit it one more time on the other side, and then that should be good. And hopefully I will be able to maybe get this set up tomorrow. I do got to make another trip to the hardware store. I think I need different 1/4 inch bolts. It seems that the threads on the ones I have are different than the nuts for the Unistrut. I tried to thread it in and the bolt seems to be the same size, but the threading seems to be different. So gonna try to get that squared away. But I think I have everything else I'll need tomorrow. So yeah, I probably won't record when I come back out and do the other side of the Unistrut. You saw that yesterday when I painted that. It's the exact same process. But maybe we'll catch you tomorrow and hopefully get these things up on the roof. So next morning, our crossbars are painted and we've already put them up on the roof. And we're gonna head up there to attach them. So we're using, I think, we'll see how it goes once we get up there. We're gonna use 3/8 inch bolts. Those are 1 inch long, 3/8 inch lock washers. We have 2 different kinds of 3/8 inch washers, and then 3/8 inch strut nuts. So that is the plan. Let's see how it goes. So we got the first crossbar up, and it appears to be straight, and it appears to be locked in. So it should be good. The solar panels I have are 51 inches. So I might throw one up here just to get a better idea if what I'm intending to do is even an option, because I still got to mount the other crossbar in the back here. So I could roughly, maybe I'll roughly do it just to have that up here and mostly situated. So yeah, let's do that. So we have the brackets to the solar panel mounted just loosely because I feel like we're gonna have to undo these and change something. I don't trust anything I've done. So on the bottom side here, so the bolt goes through, there's a lock washer, a smaller washer. I put these bigger washers here, a little bit of Loctite once I know for sure that they're going to stay, and then the little screw on the end. So I have this in the kind of lower profile mode. You can flip those brackets over and it will sit higher on the roof. The way I have it now, it will sit a little more flush, but I need to see if it will fit with the crossbars up there, because space is gonna be tight. So after like an hour or so of trial and error and yeah, just figuring out dumb stuff, we have the first panel mounted. Hopefully the second one will go a lot smoother, but I do think I'm gonna have to go back to Home Depot and get one more washer. A bunch of the washers I bought should fit in theory, but when you mount them or like push them into the bracket, bracket for the solar panels, it hits the curve and then it just doesn't work. It forces the bolt to go in angled and you can't get it really into the strut nut like that. So I need to go buy at least either a 3/8 inch strut washer or a 1/2 inch strut washer. So, but we're gonna get the brackets mounted to the last solar panel, and we'll worry about that after. So. Like that, the solar panels are now mounted. It took way longer than I probably should have, but we got there. We'll give you a look. You can see we got our 3/8 1 inch long bolt, a little 3/8 lock nut washer. We have the strut washer there, and then underneath, hopefully you can see in there, goes into a strut nut, and we Loctited all that, so hopefully, you know, no issues with it coming apart or anything, hopefully. So, and it's like that all the way down on each side. We can still mostly get to the connections. I'll need a stick or something to pull them out and get them all connected. For now, I don't think I'm going to do the gland thing today because I do not believe I have enough lap sealant to do it. Probably going to wait on that till Monday, I think. I have another one coming, and I think that's when it's supposed to arrive. So once that arrives, we'll probably put the little solar gland entryway into the van. We'll connect everything and get it rolling. So for the moment, I think I might be done for the day, and I'm going to probably pull the solar connectors out, the MC4 connectors, I believe they are, and I think I'm going to electrical tape them, because it's my understanding they're not waterproof if they're not connected. So there's a little metal contact in the center of it that looks, you know, questionable. So gonna get them taped up, and it'll only be for a few days, so the other stuff should be here, I think tomorrow, if not I think Tuesday. So, and then hopefully we'll have some time and get cracking with that. So until next time, they're mounted finally.